18 years. It's been 18 years since the last time an Avatar The Last Airbender animation has been aired. In that time, a human has grown from an infant, a newborn, to a legal adult. That's how long it's been since we've seen Avatar The Last Airbender. Now, is it worth the wait? I would say the movie is entertaining, it's fun, but it is very flawed. Let's start with the denied. Okay, the writers just never do the oppressed non-bender plotline well, dude. They didn't do it well in Korra, and they didn't do it well here in the fucking movie, okay? They say that non-benders, oh my god, we're so oppressed all the time. Oh no, the benders, they fucking took everything from us. Oh no. But they never show us a fucking example, dude. They just mention these things in passing, but they never give us like a flashback or like a concrete example or something, dude. Like, they had the perfect opportunity too with that one side character who Aang saves, and then like you see her be conflicted about leaving him behind. Or when she captures Katara, or it's not even capture, but she throws her rope around Katara, and they have this like little mini conversation. And she's like, the world hasn't been kind to me. And then Katara's like, the world is what we make it. Dude, why doesn't Katara share some of her own pain and tell that side, I don't know her fucking name, and tell that side character, this is the perfect opportunity to go into her background, to give her a flashback, dude, and give her like a mini character arc, because it makes her a member of the Denied more interesting. And two, it's an actual example of benders oppressing non-benders, dude. I want a good example of this actually happening, rather than them just mentioning it in like random lines of dialogue. Okay, it's not random, but like, and out of all of the members of the Denied, she's the one we relate to the most, because you can see that she's conflicted, that she, deep down, she knows that what she's doing is wrong. I could be wrong, but in the movie, they don't give us a single fucking example, and in Korra, they don't give us a single example either, dude. In Korra, like, I think the closest thing we get is, like, the gang, the triple threat triad, terrorizing local businesses, but that's not a fucking bender versus non-bender problem. That's a fucking city problem, dude. Bender or not, you're gonna have gangs in your city. Like, that's just a part of having a city. Yeah, I think it's just, like, misguided, like, hate and fucking trauma from the 100 Years' War at this point. Because it's not like non-benders were the only people to suffer, dude. Like, benders suffered just as much as fucking non-benders, dude. And on top of that shit, the fucking, one of the members of the Denied was a Yu Yan archer. You know, the one with like the face paint around her eyes? Like, yeah, she's an archer from the Fire Nation. Remember that fucking episode in Avatar where like Katara and Sokka get sick, and then Aang has to fucking go get some frogs for them to suck on to as like their medicine, and then he gets captured by some archers. Yeah, she's one of those fucking archers, dude. She was part of the Fire Nation oppressing the other people of the world. Okay? I like the Denied concept, but they could have done better. I mean, like, it's just, they're just not doing it properly. They just fucking like, they say they're getting oppressed, and they never show an example of them being oppressed. They were just kind of like sidelined as soon as like Taga fucking came out of the fucking ice. They were just like really flat, dude. They were just kind of there at the end because like the gang needs somebody to fight while Aang fights Taga. And then the mountain scene, dude. When Aang's climbing up the mountain, I will say that the scene does look cool, and how like Aang almost falls off and he fucking earth bends like a slab of the wall out and catches himself, and then he fucking flips up and then he fucking lands on the top of the mountain. But why doesn't he just go into the Avatar state, go into his little fucking wind air hamster ball, and just fly to the fucking top of the fucking mountain, dude? Like, he almost fell off multiple times, dude. The first time I almost fall off, I'm going into the Avatar state. Like, fucking frame 1, I'm flying up that bitch. That, or he could just make a big-ass earth pillar from the fucking ground and just elevate himself up, dude. Or he could just use firebending and use it as, like, a fucking jetpack and propel him to the top, like fucking Ozai did during the last fight, dude. And then after Togga's awakened and the fucking whole mountain is falling apart and collapsing on top of him, he still fucking waits to go into the Avatar state, dude! Like, I don't understand. Like, your life is in danger. Go into the Avatar state. Okay, he's not invincible per se when he goes into his little fucking hamster ball form. But, like, we've seen in his previous fight with Ozai that he can fucking smash through rocks no problem, dude. Rocks are a non-issue for it. Like, well, watch, dude. Right here, dude. Look. Look at this shit, dude. Look. Look! Like, he fucking smashed through all those fucking rocks like it was fucking nothing, dude. Why doesn't he just go to his hamster ball when the fucking mountain's falling on top of him? I don't understand. Like, I just think the other avatars are looking at him, like Roku, fucking Kyoshi, Yang Chen, they're all looking at him like, bro, like, pass the fucking controller, dude. Like, just go into your hamster ball form, and you're good. You're literally good. He can literally bend the elements to his will, and he just chooses fucking not to. And this, you know, this scene would make more sense, him climbing the mountain without the Avatar state. If he was younger and hadn't mastered the Avatar state, then it would make sense. But no, what is he, like 25 in this movie? He's 13 years after the original series. I'm pretty sure he mastered it at the end of the original show. So he has 13 years of fucking experience after mastering the Avatar state, and he doesn't fucking use it, dude. I feel like the only reason they wrote that scene is to show how strong Togga is with his airbending, because he shoots like an air gust up at the fucking falling rocks, the falling mountain, and he's able to hold it up. And I feel like that's the only reason why they wrote that scene like that. Then moving on. We're moving on to the damaged airship scene. Okay, the thing that bothered me about this scene, why the fuck is Sokka panicking here? We've literally seen him fucking hijack one of these things, and he's not panicking, dude. He's literally actively trying to crash into other airships after he hijacked this thing, and he's not, like, panicking. He's composed, he's determined, he's fucking locked in, dude. Okay? And he's still cracking jokes, but it's not like every, like, 2 seconds, dude. Look at this.
Go away! Airbending slice!
Shouldn't we be helping him?
The Fire Lord is Aang's fight. We need to stay focused on stopping that fleet from burning down the Earth Kingdom.
And how do we do that, Captain Boomerang? I can't see outside of this floating hunk of metal.
Airship slice!
See, look at this shit. Cracks 2 jokes and locks the fuck in, dude. He's never flown one of this. He's never flown one of these in his entire fucking life, dude. He cracks 2 jokes, locks in, becomes the fucking leader, dude. I like how he's holding Toph's hand because, like, she's fucking terrified, one, because she can't fucking see anything. And, like, she literally needs the support, dude. He's such a good fucking leader here, bro. But yeah, that was just, like, really fucking, like, disappointing to see Sokka like that. Yeah, I get, like, he's, like, the comic relief in the original show, but, like, his character is so much fucking more than that. And they just made him fucking, like, Diet Bolin. It was, I don't know how to use this word. Is this word a noun? It's like, is this a case of flanderization? Flanderization? I think this is a case of flanderization. I just learned that word, by the way. The entire fucking movie, all Sokka does is crack jokes, and they're not even that funny. They weren't, like, annoying, but to me, they weren't funny. You know, I think, like, the message to Zuko that Aang sends, I think that's a better joke. The Flameo Hotman joke and the fucking, oh, are you talking about that, like, noblesman that you think is fucking annoying? Like, I think that joke is way better. And I think also the cabbage guy, the cameo, that shit was way funnier too. It was more so, that one was more so of a cool cameo, but that was more funny than anything that Sokka did during this movie. Any jokes he fucking cracked. You said cauterization, no, flanderization. You take one minor, like, trait of a character, and then you make that one trait the entire fucking character. Sokka, he's like the comic relief character, right? But he's also a lot of other things. He's like the fucking engineering character. He's like the leader. He's like the planner. He's like the organizational guy. But all they did in this movie was have him fucking crack jokes, so it's a funnerization of his character. And they're not even that funny, dude. So that's what I didn't like about the airship scene, but like just Sokka in general during this fucking movie. I think also another problem this movie has is like, of course they're gonna bring the gang back, like everybody wants them to see the gang back, but they don't really have their own motivations to be here. And the movie works better if they weren't there, actually. They're just kind of there because everybody expects them to be there. If you look at their individual motivations, Sokka's just there because Aang was like, hey, yo, like, can you do me a favor? Toph, same thing. Can you do me a favor? Aang's just asking all of them for a favor. And then we get to Zuko, and it's like, Zuko, Aang asked him for a favor as well, but I think his is a little different. And I think they had a bit of a missed opportunity here because Zuko literally says, I forget the exact line he says, but he says like, oh my God, I can remedy like the greatest atrocity the Fire Nation has ever committed, which is wiping out the air nomads, right? From there, you can have Zuko have stronger motivations. Now, they're not going to be as strong as fucking like Aang and Togga, because it's a lot more personal to Aang because it's literally his entire culture, his people. And so is Togga. But it should be very important to Zuko as well. He's redeeming his people, the fucking Fire Nation. And that would have been such a fucking great parallel to have between Aang and Zuko again, like in the original show. And I just don't know why they didn't explore that more, dude. Like, they have Zuko say that one line, and then, like, he fucking, like, nothing else comes of that. Like, I know he comes with them to the fucking island and stuff. Obviously, the whole gang comes with them to the fucking island, the Lion Turtle Island. I just thought they could have done that a lot better, dude, because Zuko should have a stronger motivation to restore airbending as well. But yeah, back to what I was saying. The other characters don't really fucking need to be here. This could really just be an Aang and fucking Katara story. Katara's just kind of there because she's his girlfriend. That scene with Aang and Togga where they're like slingshotting each other through the air with airbending, fucking peak, dude. That shit was awesome. Yeah, you could just see the hope, the glimmer in Aang's eyes, dude, as he's like reconnecting with one of his peoples. And he's just looking to the future and just like rediscovering this ancient technique. It's fucking sick. It's just cool. And then we get to the Lion Turtle Island. And then also, Togga's justified in trying to kill the Denied when they're first chasing them through the storm on their fucking airship, okay? They're out for blood. That is 100% self-defense. Yeah, Togga fucking turns and he attacks them, and the fight scene is fucking amazing. To fully like, it moves so fast. To fully grasp the fight scene, you have to watch it multiple times just because it goes so fucking fast. It's beautiful, but it goes really fucking fast, right? The things I like about it are Team Avatar, the gang, they haven't really seen each other in a while. Like, they're all spread out throughout the fucking world doing their own thing, living their own lives. And then they come together for this one mission. And then they're fucking, like, pretty much, I wouldn't say ambushed, but it was like a surprise attack because Togga turns, and then out of the blue, they're able to fight as a cohesive unit. And I just really like that because it highlights the amount of trust they have in each other as well as the team chemistry they have. Now, what I don't like about this, the fight is so short and Togga wins so fucking easily, dude. First of all, this dude has been fucking stuck in an ice block for 5,000 years. He gets out and you would think this dude would be like a little rusty, but no, he's able to fucking 1v4 the fucking best benders in the entire fucking world, dude. With ease. Dude, with ease and efficiency, and he's quick about it too. I get that the world hasn't seen an airbender for over 100 years, so people aren't used to fighting an airbender, much less an airbender with intent to kill. But still, I feel like that fight was way too easy for Togga. Team Avatar, they should have wrote it to where they put up a better fight than that. I'm okay with Togga winning. I expect him to win, but not that decisively and quickly. The fight lasts like fucking like, it's so quick, dude. He just like, all right, time to take care of this. Done. Now I'm going to fucking Aang, dude. I mean, for him, it felt like the thing that happened to him was yesterday. But still, I just don't like even the scene when he comes out of the mountain and he fucking holds the rock up with his airbending. I don't think he should be able to do that. I get it, but he's not an avatar, so he doesn't have spiritual powers. Like, Aang is a different case because he's the avatar and he has like spiritual fucking shit protecting his body. But he's just like a regular dude. Like, he's a good airbender, but he's not like, you know. And like the other thing, he was trapped in ice for 5,000 years, right? So you would think in those 5,000 years, bending as a whole would have evolved as a martial art. So you think just in general, the people that are benders would be better than the people that were alive 5,000 years ago. He just like fucking no-diffs them like it's nothing to him, dude. Like, he fucking shits on them so easily. And then he gets to Aang after Aang takes the staff. Not gonna lie, like I felt like both fights, the second one more so than the first one, felt more like Dragon Ball Z fights than Avatar fights. Avatar fights, like in the original show, a lot of the animation is based in fucking martial arts, right? I just like that style a lot more than the Dragon Ball Z style fights. Not to say that's bad. I think the original style of fighting is better. Yeah, he literally has like the fucking like the beam bullet shit, dude. The fuck, what is it in Dragon? The special beam cannon with like the two fingers. He beats Aang. Here's like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then he takes Appa and he rides him away. Here's the thing. If I'm Appa, why am I agreeing to take him, to fly him away to go to fucking Republic City? I get that he just killed Aang. Aang is like the other last airbender, but the only reason he was so comfortable killing Aang was because he got the staff. And now he can make more airbenders. But you can't make another air bison. We find more air bisons later in the movie, but at that point, Paga doesn't know there's more air bisons. Appa's the last one. So, like, if I'm Appa, I'd be like, nah, fuck you, I'm out of here, bitch. Like, and also, he doesn't really need Appa to fucking fly away, dude. He could just fly away with the staff. Right? We literally see him flying with the staff later in the movie. Why does he need Appa? I highly doubt that if Appa said no, that fucking Taga just kills him. Taga just kills Appa, or he hurts Appa, because Appa, as far as he knows, is the last air bison in existence. He wants to preserve the air nation. Why would he harm Appa? So I guess, but that's not really a big deal, I guess. You know what else I didn't like? When Taga meets the Denied, and he gives them fucking airbending, and then they're attacking Republic City. Instantly, all the Denied are able to fucking hang with the greatest benders in the world. They're able to fucking stay on par with Zuko, fucking Katara, fucking Toph. Like, they just got this shit, dude. And they're able to use airbending with that level of expertise that rivals fucking the greatest benders in the world. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I get that they're trained warriors. One of them is like I said earlier, the Yu Yan archer, who can like, she's like really good with the bow, but she's not a fucking master airbender, dude. You know what scene I didn't like? The Denied are backing Katara, Zuko, and Toph into a corner, and then Katara says, "Oh no, I'm out of water." Why the fuck would you announce that? They don't know that. They don't know how deep your pouch is. And on top of that, like, there was like this whole fucking episode in the original series dedicated water tech, like the bloodbending episode, right? Like, if she really needed to, she could. I don't know if it was a full moon or not. Well, I don't even know if, because like the fucking sky was the spirit world. But anyways, let's say she can't even bloodbend. She literally learned to pull water from the fucking air, or use her sweat as water, as a fucking defense, right? Or as a weapon. I feel like they just made that moment to have Sokka fucking pop out of the sky with this fucking bike. Man, Sokka shouldn't be in this movie. He really shouldn't. I like the character, dude, I do, but like they just didn't do him correctly in this movie. I think the movie should have definitely been longer. I think the pacing was really fast. Like, the events happened back to back to back to back. Other characters don't need to be there, right? They don't have their own motivations other than like, oh, Aang asked me to do this. It kind of feels like they were just there because they didn't say much either. They didn't have much banter and like dialogue with each other. Right? Between Aang and Zuko, I think he says maybe like one line to Zuko when they're not in a group. Yeah, this movie definitely could have been longer. I mean, we could talk about the premise. I mean, if you're watching this movie and you're a fan of the series, this movie is 100% predictable. Right off the bat, we know fucking Batista is the villain. We know he's an airbender. We know that airbenders aren't coming back because the Legend of Korra exists. We know Togg is gonna be defeated. And we know none of the main characters die because Korra fucking exists. It's still an enjoyable movie. It's just really fucking predictable. And I wish they went in a different direction with the premise, but that's fine. Next, the visuals and the music. They were both fucking beautiful. The visuals especially, bro. Fucking beautiful. Like, one of the most beautiful movies I've ever fucking seen. Art style / character design, I don't like it. I like, not that it doesn't ruin the movie or anything. I just don't like the isosceles triangle ass noses, bro. I prefer the original style from the original show. I like the old, like, flat noses. And even though they were drawn, they were like kind of inconsistent the way they were drawn in the original show. Like, I much prefer that one. Or even the art style from Legend of Korra. I would have preferred that over this. There's certain shots, the characters just look like generic anime characters, bro. I don't like this, like, Western animification art style that like shows like the Superman cartoon has. The old one's just better. It's distinct. It's Avatar. It's original. The voice acting. Batista fucking killed it, dude. Batista knocked it out of the fucking park, dude. He nailed it. It was a spectacular performance. Batista was easily the best fucking performance of all of them. Everybody else was good, except for sometimes Aang. I didn't like, especially at the beginning of the movie, there were some lines that the voice actor said that it just sounded like a stereotypical anime Saikuno boy voice, which was really annoying, dude. It like took me out of the movie at first. Oh, hey, Momo. I can't do an anime voice. There, Appa. I don't even know what he says at the beginning of the fucking movie. But, like, you know, that voice was like, oh, hey, didn't see you there. Like, he sounds like that. I can't even do the anime voice correctly, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like the hysterical anime Saikuno boy voice, dude. That shit was, like, kind of annoying at the beginning. Everybody else who was cast was good, and it did fit their characters. I'm surprised they didn't bring back any of the original cast, especially like Dante Bosco. He sounds exactly the fucking same, dude. It would have been fucking perfect if he came. Yeah, Steven Yeun he did Zuko great, but like, why not bring Dante Bosco back? He sounds exactly the same. The rest of the OG cast, it would have been awesome if they came back too. Yeah, they've aged in real life and their voices have changed, but the characters they're playing are older now, so it would have made sense and their voices would have fit if they brought the original cast back. I heard that the actor who played Aang in the original isn't into acting anymore. That's fine. Even if it's like half or some of the original cast, I would bring him back. I would have bring him back, dude. Even though the new voice actors did a good job, I mean, you can't beat the original. Like, you just can't. I mean, I could say something about the spirit world. I loved Baby Toph. I like how she was fucking biting Sokka's hand. One of the highlights for the movie. You know what else I didn't like? Why do they have Toph say, I'm the greatest earthbender in the world? Twice. One time is plenty, dude. She shouldn't have said that at her school, surrounded by her students, because, like, yeah, they know she's good. It would have been better if they put it at the second part only, where she's fighting at Republic City. Like, the spirit world portion was, like, fine. I didn't really care for anything else but, like, Baby Toph, to be honest. Even, like, the Zutara joke, I'm just like, okay, whatever. So, is it worth the wait? No. Is it worth a watch? Yes. If you're an Avatar fan, if you're not an Avatar fan, I think it's a fun and entertaining movie. It's beautiful, that's for sure. The action's great. You kind of know what's gonna happen because of Korra if you're an Avatar fan, and like even if not, even if you know nothing about the Avatar universe, it's pretty predictable.